Hey there everyone, this is the Saigami Project and my name is Andrea Otilia Vörös, aka Sunny, creator of the manga series Saigami, published and serialized in Saturday AM. In case you don't know, Saturday AM is a bi-weekly digital manga anthology, kinda like Shonen Jump, but with a more diverse lineup of creators from all around the world. I'm gonna leave all the links below in the video description so you can check us out. In this video, I'm gonna focus on the topic originality. And it will be more like an opinion-based video rather than a tutorial. And meantime, to make things a bit more interesting, I'm gonna work on this watercolor artwork. It's actually just a random Saigami artwork featuring two characters with a setup that's not related to the manga. Anyway, please enjoy. One of the most common criticism or comment an aspiring manga artist will meet are the comments saying that your characters look like this or that, or they remind the reader on some other existing character. For example, I'm often told that my characters are similar to Kingdom Hearts, Naruto, Fairy Tail, etc. And while these comments can leave a kinda bitter taste in my mouth, I never start an argument about it, as I have to accept the fact that I was, and I'm still, influenced by these stories. Let's take a moment and state this. Everyone is influenced by something. Be it story-wise or art-wise, we all have idols or styles we look up to, or desire to create something as good as those things, or even better. There will always be people who use this against the other, or stating it's not original or even plagiarized. But in my honest opinion, most of the times these things are more overreacted than they really are. Okay, I won't deny. There are many ripoffs out there. But obviously, now I'm not talking about those. When an artist starts their own manga series, it's natural they will be influenced by their favorites. Just take a look at the Japanese industry, where many mangaka are influenced by fellow mangaka, especially if they worked as someone's assistant. Many assistants, when debuting their own series or one-shots, show similarities in their style or stories to the work of their senseis. But it's just how it is. A student will always start out with the things taught by his teacher. What's important is whether the student can grow up to continue his own path, or will he just follow in the teacher's shadow. My favorite example for this is Gintama's Cat Dance. Scadance's creator was an assistant to Gintama, and this showed up not just in similar art style, but even the two works having the same kind of setup, with the three-man team being a jack of all trades. At first sight, one could say that Scaddance is a high school ripoff of Gintama. The creators even made jokes about this, but still, despite the similarities, they could coexist within Shonen Jump side by side. Because what matters is not the similarities, but whether the story has its own soul or not. I often see amateur artists discouraged because they don't have their own style yet, or they are being picked on because the similarities. For you, my advice is this. Just keep working. As you keep drawing, your drawing style will evolve eventually. And as you keep getting new influences, your style will merge all those different influences, fusing into something new that will be your own. If you see something you like, try to adapt it for yourself. And don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about copying character designs or stories, but more technical issues. Like, if you like the shading style in a manga, try to use something similar. If you like the way eyes, hair, or hands are drawn in another manga, try to use it as a reference and do your own. The same goes for pacing, paneling styles, everything. Key point is, you don't try to copy things, but try to learn and grow from them. Creating something absolutely original today is nearly impossible, as everything has been done before, at least once, but mostly more than once. Based on this, my advice would be to accept that you probably won't be able to create the most unique things, stories, and characters ever. Of course, if you can do, all my respect is for you. But if you take into consideration that even the biggest hit stories tend to be influenced by something else, then what's the point of chasing the platonic idea of originality? What will matter is whether you can use the old elements, feeling fresh and new, and make them yours. For example, in my manga Saigami, the main characters have special powers that allow them to control natural elements. I know, it's been done million times before. So what? The trick is that I built up a setting for it that allows this whole thing to come off differently. It still won't make elemental manipulation the most unique thing ever, but in its own story and own burn, this ability became special, legit, and fitting cornerstone of the story, and more importantly, a part of the characters as well. For this, I had to build a world with its own history, myths, system, laws, everything. So basically, I built a world to make things feel new and original. In your own story, you play the role of God. You can invent and manipulate anything to serve the story and its elements. So, in the end of the day, it's not about whether you can come up with the most original abilities or characters, but about whether you can create a world and events that will add up to a story that has a soul only you can convey. So much about this topic for now. And even though it wasn't a tutorial, I hope you find it useful, or at least interesting. I'd really like to know what you guys think about this originality in manga. What are your experiences and opinion about this? Please leave a comment below. I'm really looking forward to read your comments on this topic. And let me know what kind of tutorials would you like to see from me in the future. And don't forget, you can support my works by getting Volume 1 of Saigami or subscribing to Saturday AM, a bi-weekly digital manga anthology with the hottest shonen webcomics from all around the world. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye.